What up?
We're
Are we
live.
live?
I think we're live.
Are
I hope
we?
we're live.
I'm looking.
We
I don't know
should
if
be
it's
live.
just lagging on my refresh, but I don't see it.
Are we not live?
Oh, there it
There,
goes.
there we are.
See it now.
We are
Yep.
live, 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 live. Let
What
me
up,
make
y'all?
sure.
What up? What up? Oh yeah, let me turn my volume up. See if
Yeah,
I can hear
see if
you.
you can hear me. Hello, hello.
Yep.
Cool.
Both of us seem loud and clear. The levels sound good on my end too.
Wonderful. Live, live, live. We are live. It's so loud for me.
Super loud.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Is there a way to like regulate the audio on the soundboard?
It might just be I have my volume turned up. I think I need to turn you up
Oh, there is a
first.
soundboard volume too, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you when you click on the soundboard on the top right hand corner, you'll see the little
Yeah.
speaker icon. I just turned mine halfway. It was 100%.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
even
see.
50% still kind of. All right. I think that's good. 20%.
30. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try
What's
30
up,
again.
Bash? What's up, Brawler? What's up, Otome Lou?
Brawler Bash or
What up,
Tommy
fam?
Lou. How's it going?
What's cracking with y'all?
Happy
How's everybody
Wednesday.
doing? Happy Wednesday. It's morning over here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick.
Mm-hmm. Lisa rocks, rocks, rocks. Welcome, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How's it going? Luigi, hello. Luigi de Canet. I feel like I've said your name before and I forgot how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Oh no, feeling a little under the weather. I feel like a lot of people recently have been getting sick. Something, something going around. Well, hope you feel better soon. Dead Burger King, welcome. You made it. You're here. Waffles are the best. I do like a waffle. Sarah Poof, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Bruce, I can't hear you if you're talking. I think you're muted. Maybe.
Hello?
There
Can you
we
hear me?
go. There we go.
Oh, weird. Nice.
Yeah.
I was asking Eggo waffles, Belgian waffles. What kind of waffles we talking?
Ah. I mean I like an Eggo. You can't go wrong with an
Yeah.
Eggo waffle. Do you like I
Toaster.
like a peanut butter waffle?
I love
Have
a
we
peanut
talked
butter
about this
waffle.
before? We may have talked about it,
I
but
don't think so. Have we?
I
We
don't
talking
know.
about peanut butter waffle? I'm a peanut butter kind of person.
Yeah.
If peanut butter is the option, I'll probably go with peanut butter.
Yeah. Do you do like a warmed up, like kind of melty peanut butter, or just like
I can go both ways.
yeah?
I can go both ways. There's a place that I was getting breakfast at.
Mm-hmm.
We tried it one time and we really liked it, so I started going back. And like, there's this time we are going like every other weekend or something.
Oh wow.
And I would always order the same thing. I could never stop ordering it after I got it, and it was peanut butter French toast.
Uh huh. Peanut butter French toast.
And
Wow.
just one week I went and it was gone. No more
Oh
peanut
no.
butter French toast. And I was so disappointed. And I ordered some other French toast they had there.
Uh
And
huh.
I'm telling you, no lie, I have not gone back since the death of the peanut butter French
They
toast.
ruined it.
I did, yeah. I tried something else. I tried, and it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So sorry.
That's a
Bring it back.
shame.
You got to bring it back.
Was it a limited time item or they
I
just
guess so. It was like a seasonal thing that I didn't know was seasonal.
yeah.
So I was just going and enjoying it
Yeah.
every other weekend or whatever.
Man, that sounds good though
I
too.
sold them out. Yeah. I bought out all the peanut butter.
Oh, chicken and waffles. That's pretty good.
That's one I actually surprisingly have never tried. I've
Really?
gone to multiple chicken and waffle places
Yeah.
and have not ordered chicken and waffles for some reason.
Have you been to Roscoe's?
No, actually. I'm
Roscoe's is
pretty
good.
sure I probably stood in one but haven't eaten the food.
Okay. You
I
stood
think
in a
I've gone with
Roscoe's?
somebody like yeah, I think I've gone with somebody and they're like, I'm just not hungry. I didn't get food, but
Yeah.
um, I'm sure I've been in one.
It's very good. I
Yeah, it's
haven't had
worth
it in
it.
a while. Yeah, I went to the one in Long Beach. Is real good.
Mm,
Um, yeah, it had interesting lighting, if I recall. There was like a maybe a pinkish kind of hue to the light. I don't know. I
really?
just remember the lighting being interesting. But yeah, the waffles were good. The chicken was good. Would recommend Roscoe's chicken and waffles. Um,
Strawberry jam on waffles. Strawberries on waffles are good
I
too.
like strawberries. I'm not a jam person personally.
Mm,
Too sweet for me. Too
mm.
sugary in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah, I get you.
But I do see the appeal. I get it.
I think whipped cream and some strawberries is good on a Belgian waffle.
Yeah, I can do that for sure. What kind of pancake do you like? I just like a
Hmm.
standard, basic pancake. Nothing
Yeah, I think
fancy.
nothing fancy.
Mm-mm.
I think
Nothing.
I'd go with that. Just
Yeah,
a standard pancake.
yeah.
I do notice though if I go to a place that
Mm.
serves breakfast, I probably won't get pancakes. I'll probably get something else. I'll get a
Okay.
French toast
Yeah,
or a crepe.
yeah.
I like a crepe.
A crepe. I'm not huge on crepes, but I'll have a crepe if it's there. If that's the option. If it's
Some
crepe or
crepes.
nothing, I will eat a crepe. Um, but
If the
yeah,
options are nothing else, gotta go with the crepe.
I won't pass on the crepe. But I do like a pancake. Should we also like do a little intro here before we get too
Yeah,
deep into
yeah.
the
The
breakfast
breakfast,
talks? Um,
definitely. Let's do it.
hey everyone, how's it going? It's
What
Wednesday.
up,
We're
everybody?
here and we're live. We're live. IFI
IFI
live.
live and in stereo.
And
What's up, y'all?
we got me. I'm Shay.
What's
We
up,
got
y'all, Bruce?
Bruce. We're here, and we're just chatting today. Just a relaxing stream. We're just gonna hang out and talk about whatever comes to mind. So
Mhm.
if you have any questions, anything you want to bring up, any topics, it could be pancakes, it could be waffles. That's okay. We're here to talk about it.
Exactly.
And
You can lurk in here too and just
yeah, if you
listen
want to
to it.
just
You
listen,
don't even got to say anything.
that's fine too. Otome Shimai. We got Otome Shimai. We got Otome Lu. Luigi, welcome.
What's up, y'all?
Dead Burger King, welcome. Hello. I know I've
Put
said
some
welcome
stuff
earlier.
off the top.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got some
welcome
updates.
everybody. Yeah, some stuff off the top. We are over 50% sold or reserved since the tickets are free on our IFI Summer Festival for 2024. So I'm going to link the Eventbrite link in the Twitch chat for you all.
Thank you. All right, Bruce, I'm going to turn you down a little bit and me up a little bit. And hopefully that helps
Oh, sounds good.
balance it out. Hopefully.
Let's do that.
But yeah, we've got the summer event happening, summer festival.
Hmm.
Come on out, everybody.
Summer event. Yeah, and one thing to note, we have a the opening ceremony where we'll be announcing our titles. Those tickets are unfortunately sold out
Yes.
already. If you were one of the first 250 who were able to reserve your spot in advance, then you are able to attend that opening ceremony. So if you were one of those people that got general admission tickets at the beginning when we first revealed the tickets, then you are one of those people.
Yeah. It'll just say general
So
admission and nothing else.
yeah, the people that got their tickets afterwards, and it has the time that's different from the opening ceremony time. Then you have the festival ticket, but don't fret. You have a lot of stuff coming to you with that festival ticket. We'll be
Yes.
having games. We'll have free stuff to give out. There'll be prizes. There'll be a stamp rally happening. There'll be some
Ice cream.
live music. There'll be some free ice cream. There'll be all sorts of stuff happening. So nice goodies to give out to y'all, and it'll be a great time. So
Yeah.
even if you miss the opening ceremony, there'll be some way for you all to check out our announcements at the spot. So don't worry, you'll still see what we announced, and you'll get to interact with some of the announcement stuff either way. So we'll hope to see you all there. There's less than 50% of those reservations available. So if you'll be in the Los Angeles area around July 6th, hopefully we can see you all there.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on
no free
down.
pudding this time. Maybe next year, but courtesy of our friends at Soon Scoops, we'll have some ice cream. We have some uh, nice themed flavors cooking up for y'all.
Yeah.
Ice cream cooks, right? We cook ice cream.
We
Do we cook ice
we cook
cream?
ice
Do we
cream.
prep ice cream? Is
I'm gonna say yes. We cook
that a
ice cream.
thing? Is ice cream cooked, y'all? Do we cook ice cream?
I guess so, because I'm trying to think of what else it would be. Because like you don't bake ice
Can't be
cream. You
bake.
don't.
Can't bake
You're
ice
not.
cream, right? Is it just prepped? You prep ice
You
cream?
prep it. Yeah. You do prep ice cream. I'm gonna say yes to that. Um, I think cook. I think
Can't
it's
wait to try Soon Scoops for the first time, Sarah
yeah.
Proof. It's gonna be a good one.
We're
It's gonna be a
we've
good
been
one.
talking about the flavors of ice cream that we're gonna have there, and they're sounding pretty good.
Yeah. I think we were talking about some of those flavors, and I almost was ready to just go find some kind of substitute for the flavor that we were talking about.
Uh
Like,
huh.
okay, I want to try this. Let's what can we substitute this flavor with
Yeah.
right now so I can try it right now. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it comes out. So hopefully y'all get to check it out. Looking forward to seeing y'all there.
Yeah.
All right. Other stuff going on. Yesterday? Was it yesterday? Oh yeah, just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Sympathy Kiss is out now
Wow.
on Nintendo Switch. So please purchase the limited edition if you are interested in receiving some nice stationery and an Astario travel tumbler. So let me link that in the Twitch chat. There you go.
Cool. We have about
And speaking of Sympathy Kiss,
yes.
what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say we have about 50% left for this
Mm-hmm.
LE. So if you want it, I would say get it soon.
Yeah, the reviews are in, so I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more now. So I'm excited to see people enjoying the game and,
Yes.
finally getting a chance to work at Astario with everybody. So, um, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of that game, though, we also got some merchandise. We have a throw and a desk mat, along with some other Otome adjacent merch that I'll be linking in the chat for you all as well.
Yes.
You can also see there the option to wishlist Cupid Parasite,
Mm-hmm.
Sweet and Spicy Darling. So if you are excited about that game, then if you wishlist it, you'll get notified when we get updates on stuff like LE item reveals. So be ready by wishlisting now.
Wish list
Other
time.
things you can wishlist. Other things you can wishlist. Not physical things, but other things you can wishlist. We have here, yes, Data Live, Ren Dystopia on Steam, the latest entry in Data Live. So if you're excited for some other visual novels that are not necessarily otome, but still nice text you can read, please check out Data Live. And our latest entry in Neptunia series, Game Maker Revolution, coming out later this year. Also, check that one out. Speaking of Neptunia, we also have Neptunia Sisters versus Sisters on the Nintendo Switch, which came out earlier this year. And we have the Xbox version that will be coming out later on in,
Yeah.
I forget the date of that one.
Uh, a date.
Here is Neptunia Maker and our date for Neptunia Sisters. If I can pull it up right now. It is May 21st
There we go. May 21st.
on the Xbox. And that is our upcoming stuff. That's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff happening over here at IFI. We need Data Live on Switch. Whoa, that'd be
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Get a portable version of it. I guess if you have a Steam Deck, you might be able to play it portable already,
That's
but
true.
definitely would be cool to have some Nintendo fans check out Data Live series also.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm excited for that one.
Me too. Yeah. It's been a bit.
Dystopia.
Yeah.
I like those characters. They're cool. I like Toka. I like Tobichi. Hell, I even like Shido. I know people hate on Shido, but I like Shido.
Yeah.
My boy Cheeto.
um. So yeah, how's it going, everyone?
How's everybody doing?
Breakfast.
We were talking breakfast earlier, talking upcoming stuff now.
Do you, Bruce? I have a question. When you go to a restaurant, are you someone who like, you kind of go in knowing what you're gonna get? You look at the menu ahead of time, or it's a place you've been to, kind of like that place with the French toast you mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
Like, do you go in knowing like, all right, I'm already ready. Like the second you sit down, you're like, I'm ready to go. I could order right now. I could order before I even get in the door. You know what I mean?
That's ideal. I
Yeah.
think if I can get it to that,
Yeah.
then that's my preference. But I am also super indecisive. So like the more time there is between me sitting down and ordering,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna probably change my mind like 10 times
I see.
around
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once I sit down and I commit,
Mm-hmm.
that's the order,
Yeah. Yeah. When my friends and I go to like a breakfast spot, I typically know what I'm getting before I go in the door, and it annoys my friends because I'm just like, I'm ready to go. Let's order right now.
And they're like looking through the menu and
Yeah.
everything. That's
Um,
hilarious.
but breakfast
I,
is good.
to be honest, I think breakfast is probably the easiest option for me.
Yeah.
If I'm going to a breakfast place, it'll be pretty easy to pick what I want.
Yeah.
I think I have a harder time deciding on where to go, probably. Like, are we doing Mexican
Okay.
today, or are we doing Thai food today? Are we doing,
Yeah.
like that's the harder part for me.
I
But
agree 100%. Yeah.
yeah, once we're there, I think it's easier for me to be like, okay, I'll take that, or that
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah. If it's a place I've never been to, I usually take whoever's been there's word for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
that like every time we've gone to a place to eat with all the coworkers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If I've never been there, I'll just ask. I'll probably ask Robbie. Robbie seems to have like, hey Robbie, what do you get from here?
Yeah.
And he has a pretty good scope of what's good
What's good?
at
What's
the
good at
spot,
the Carlos Jr.
at the Carlos Jr. or whatever.
Shout out to Carlos Jr. by the way.
Shout out to the homie Robbie too. I like
Um,
ordering the same 3 or 4 breakfast menu items, but I'll choose based on what I'm craving that day.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
I know just talking about getting the same thing over and over again. I am like that when I like something, but I'm also the kind of person that's like, I need a little bit of change.
Mm-hmm.
I get bored really quickly. I think if I had peanut butter French toast every day, I wouldn't be able to do it. It was like the fact that it was like every other week that I was going there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I definitely need a variety all the time. Like it's
Mm.
tough to have the same thing over again. It gets a
Yeah.
little tedious.
I think when I'm going to like a new breakfast place, like a new kind of cafe or just a restaurant that serves breakfast, I will typically get like my first time there. I want like I want to try their hash browns or their potatoes
Mm,
to see what those are like. I want to try their scrambled eggs for sure. Got to get bacon. You know, just a classic kind of layout. Maybe get the pancakes, depending on what
yeah,
kind of thing they've got going on. But
totally,
I always
totally.
like to try the potatoes for sure. Usually in like a hash brown form, but sometimes they'll have like a breakfast potato, which
Right,
is good.
right, like a home fry
Like a home
kind.
fry. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I sometimes you gotta go home fry, but sometimes you gotta go hash brown too.
yeah. Yeah.
There's a place I really like
Uh huh.
in Anaheim. It's called Atticus. Shout out
Atticus.
Atticus. And they are kind of like literature themed.
Oh, that sounds cool.
The menu items have like author names and
Uh
stuff
huh.
like that.
Yeah.
And the it's a really small
Mm-hmm.
place that gets really busy because of how small it is, and
Yeah.
it's good. So unless you like time it correctly,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be waiting for a while, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's that kind of place that like if you're really hungry, you probably don't want to be waiting an hour
Yeah.
out there or whatever, you know. But I really like the way they have the menu set up, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll order the Bukowski. Charles Bukowski's a writer,
Uh huh.
and it's just two strips of bacon,
Yeah.
two
Uh
eggs,
huh.
you know, and some toast or something like that. It's like a
Yeah.
simple breakfast. And
Yeah.
when they do it right, that simplicity, like
Mm-hmm.
it's perfect, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like a
Yeah,
simple like 2 3 egg breakfast. That's that's good.
exactly. It's like just right. But you got to do it right. I know some people kind of slap it together, and
Uh
it's
huh.
not the same, you
Yeah.
know. But that that simple breakfast, man. I'll take a Bukowski any morning.
Yeah. I gotta try that. That sounds
Yeah, it's
good.
great, great. Yeah, you should check it
Atticus.
out. Yeah, I think it's such a small place that I don't think they allow parties larger than like 6 people or something
Oh
like that.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just too small for them to be like trying to seat multiple groups of a bunch of people, you know.
Yeah.
And they have weird hours also. It's like just breakfast hours, you know,
Uh
like
huh.
from like 6 a.m. to like 2 p.m. or something
Oh,
like that.
6 a.m. breakfast sounds great. That sounds perfect for me.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's a
Yeah.
good spot. All those people in the chat who are in SoCal, Orange County area, spots fire. Atticus. And if you like reading, you'll get all the references and shit too. So cool. Yeah,
You reading?
variety.
You reading anything currently?
Reading, I actually have not been reading enough.
Uh huh.
I just read like some stuff I have to for other work stuff, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
nothing super like time consuming that I can sit down and read.
Yeah.
I want to, but tough. You?
Yeah. So I do like the audiobook thing. So I listened to Dune. I think I talked about this last time, but I listened to
Mm,
Dune in preparation for the movie. Um, and now I'm on to Dune Messiah, the second book. Um,
nice.
and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Um, yeah, I'm liking it so
Yeah,
far.
that's one I've always wanted to read.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's real good.
Sci-fi is a genre that I haven't read enough in, but when I do
Mm-hmm.
get into it, it's like some of the coolest stuff.
Yeah.
Um, there's some authors that are like I've bought books and I just like stare at them. They're like one day I'll get to them.
Uh huh.
But there's a dude like Samuel Delaney is a dude I've always wanted to read. It's like one of the older guys. Um, there's a Chinese guy that's really good right now that they're gonna make his
Oh,
main book of Netflix show.
the
What's the dude's name?
three body problem.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I've had those books in my shelf for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's gonna be a Netflix show. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just watch it instead.
Yeah. What's his?
After staring at I forgot the guy's name, but he's supposed to be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to read those too. Um, is it? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Sixin Liu. Sixin Liu.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Yeah.
I'm probably horribly mispronouncing that, but yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
go ahead?
Oh no, what were you gonna say?
You ever read any Octavia Butler? She's a sci-fi person too.
No, I haven't. What?
Yeah.
I feel like I've.
There was a weird series that I was reading.
Uh
I
huh.
think it's called Dawn. It was
Dawn.
like called Dawn. It's really weird, but I was really enjoying it. Yeah, I guess the series is called Xenogenesis.
Xenogenesis.
Octavia Butler,
I feel like
but the first book is called Dawn.
Dawn. It's pretty good.
Yeah, like the start, like it's really weird. Like it's like about aliens that are able to like get into your body, and
Ooh.
it's really weird. It's real, but it's like really well written,
Uh
so
huh.
it's like believable. Even though like
Yeah.
it sounds unbelievable, obviously the way I'm saying it, like
Yeah.
oh, aliens in your body, that sounds ridiculous, but it's so well written that it's
Yeah.
like wow, this is actually sounds like maybe this is happening without us knowing or something weird like
Yeah.
that. It's interesting, super interesting.
I've been wanting
My
to.
backlog is like my game backlog. Uh, probably. It's probably crazier. It's probably crazier than my game backlog.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, Shay.
I want to read Children of Time. Have you heard of that?
Oh,
By
that sounds familiar.
I think Tchaikovsky. I think is his name.
Oh,
Major
yeah.
Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
It's about like I think my understanding is like humanity. It's in the future, and humanity. Uh, there's this planet where humanity puts animals. They might have like apes or something, and the idea there
Hmm.
is they want to rapidly evolve them or something. So they like shoot down some sort of I don't know if it's a like disease or something, but the idea is to like rapidly evolve these animals to then use them. It's like kind of it's pretty messed up, but
That sounds
it
weird.
but it doesn't work, and they accidentally uh, instead affect spiders that are on the planet. So these spiders get rapidly evolved and like hyper intelligent, and it's about like
That's that's
the universe
fascinating.
now that there's these hyper intelligent spiders roaming around. I guess. I don't know. I
There-
haven't read it yet, but
There's that
it sounds kind
really
of
there's a
wild.
really great series. They made into a movie that was actually pretty good.
Uh huh.
I think the movie is Annihilation. You ever
Oh,
see that?
I've seen that a long time ago with who's in that? Who's in Annihilation?
Some good Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. But it's based on a series of books, and the movie is the first book, and I've only read the
Hmm.
first book,
Uh huh.
but it's so weird and very cool. But if you've seen the movie, then you got the idea
Yeah.
of the book. But yeah, it's like this weird thing that exists, like that just pops up and starts kind of consuming a section of the earth or whatever.
Yeah. Um.
IFI read stream when? Oh, that'd be
Oh
tough
man.
one. I don't know if I'll probably make you all fall asleep.
IFI book club.
That sounds fun,
If
but
I read.
it's tough, man. Setting time aside
Yeah.
to sit down and read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I started
But
doing
if you can,
audiobooks. But even with audiobooks, like I find trouble finding time to like listen. Because for me, I have kind of trouble focusing on like audiobooks sometimes. So like I have to be
yeah,
completely focused. So it's almost as if I was just reading it because I can't really do much else while I'm listening. Like I can go on a walk, I
totally.
guess, but yeah, like I can't be working and listening to an audiobook because I won't be focused on the audiobook and I'll then have to go back.
Yeah.
Um, I think someone asked, uh, what kind of light novels or manga do we like?
Hmm.
So I haven't read too many light novels. Um, I have read some manga. I'm currently I started One Piece. I started reading One Piece a little bit
Hmm.
ago, and I'm not very far at all. I think I'm like, let me see. How about you, Bruce? Have you you read any manga light novels?
Yeah, As far as light novels, it's funny. The only light novels I read the first volume of Data Live and the first volume of Villainous, and
Yeah.
they were both after I started working here.
Uh huh.
So it was just to like give me some kind of like um background on the origin of both of these titles.
Hmm.
That's just kind of how I am. Like I'm working on this game, I
Yeah.
want to know the where it started or whatever.
Yeah.
So I read both, and that was just recently, just last year. But I've never read any other light novels
Uh huh.
aside from that. Manga, I've read a ton. Nothing recently. The last thing I read, I started Kaiju number nine. Is it Kaiju
Oh
number
yeah,
nine or Kaiju number eight? Is it number eight?
yeah.
Kaiju number eight?
Thought it. I thought it was number
I,
nine, but I might be thinking of something else. Is there another thing with?
whatever the number is, but I read the first book or two, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
I just kind of like stopped giving the time to it.
Hmm.
And what else did I start? Uh, there's another one that I'm blanking out on that I started also.
Yeah. I am 69 chapters into One Piece, which is
Oh,
like nothing.
yeah,
Not even.
it's like 1% or something like that.
Yeah. So it's been fun though. I'm enjoying it so far. I know it really goes places, so I'm excited to get farther into it. I'm trying to think of what else I've been reading. I haven't been reading too many manga recently. I don't think.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same. I buy them on occasion with the intention of eventually getting to them, but
Yeah.
um,
I
I
have a
don't
bad
always.
habit of
I think
doing
I've
that.
bought all of the Junji Ito ones that are out
Uh
so
huh.
far,
Yeah. I started
but
reading. So like after I finished the last season of My Hero Academia, I started reading the manga from the point like where I was in the show. So I didn't read it from the start, just from the last, like basically carrying on from the end of the last season. And it's like I know that's the source material, but I felt like I was spoiling it, even though I'm not, because it's like that's the source.
yeah,
But like
totally.
I was like I kind of want to just wait for the show, so I
Yeah, I
didn't
think if
end
you're
up reading it.
invested in the show,
Yeah.
it is a little bit spoiling for you since, like you're used to, or you're already anticipating seeing it
Hmm.
as the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to get rid of 2/3 of my manga during COVID. I used to buy like 10 a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how I was in high school too. And when I was in high school, it was like the origin of the Shonen Jump era.
Mm.
So like I manga around the time I was in high school was like volume one of all of these. Like I read JoJo volume one, I
Hmm.
read Naruto volume one, One
Yeah.
Piece volume one, all of like when those were coming out when I was in high school, and it was like a fun thing to go and buy multiple. But I think very quickly, unless you have the space to own all of these volumes,
Hmm.
you kind of just have to start getting rid of them. Like it's just impossible to store
Yeah.
all of these books.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried to like I cleaned up my room and I put away all most of my old DVDs and just kept
Mm.
out my Blu-rays, which I don't have a large Blu-ray collection. So I had a lot of space left over. I was like, well, I'm gonna put up my manga in this shelf, and I did that, and now I have more, and I don't have room for those. So they're just kind of like sitting around my room. They add up
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. One thing I noticed now that with Blu-rays and stuff is like they're so like they don't sell, so
Hmm.
people don't like companies don't put effort into the Blu-rays.
Hmm.
And I've noticed that some versions of like a movie I want to watch, like usually the DVD version is like the better version.
Oh, the
Even though
Blu-ray,
maybe
yeah.
the video quality won't be as up as the Blu-ray,
Hmm.
like just the stuff in it
Yeah.
is not the DVD's better. So
Yeah.
I have a few DVDs floating in my room still,
Hmm.
just based on that.
Yeah. Like the special features might be a little better
Yeah,
than the DVD, or even like the
or the
menus.
version.
Like I feel like there are a lot of cool DVD menus.
Yeah,
That
totally.
that
And sometimes they'll cut stuff out, like or like some like a certain edit of the movie only exists on a DVD right now
mhm,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. The hassle of moving, yeah, having this stuff and having to take care of all this stuff is wild. Right, I think as far as manga is going, um, the stuff that I've actually been trying to make time for are like some of the older Tezuka stuff,
Mm,
the ones that are like one book only,
uh-huh.
not like a big ass Astro Boy series or something,
Yeah.
but like he wrote like a lot of like single book
Mhm.
stories,
Yeah.
and they're often like kind of weird. So
Mhm.
like that's the kind of stuff I'm leaning towards maybe setting a weekend and just read knocking one out or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I last year, I don't know when it was. I think it was late last year. I watched Nausicaa for the first time,
Oh yeah.
and then like immediately after I bought the manga. And it's this giant tome, but it's all just like it's the complete story, which is kind of cool. So I need to read that sometime. Also, um, I do have a habit of just getting a thing and then taking a very long time to read it or watch it or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm super interested in like art history
Yeah,
in general though. So like something like Nausicaa or
yeah,
like whatever the Tezuka stuff, it's like almost like a historical thing,
yeah,
like I just want to know what this is,
yeah.
or like and it's just a fun thing, fun
Mm-hmm.
dorky thing. It's so easy to see like how an old story like something like Nausicaa or like
Mm-hmm.
whatever this Tezuka thing is,
Yeah.
how like other stuff is pretty much taking from it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to get the context of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'll read the first volume of Data Live. It's interesting. And light novels are so interesting in that they're very what's the word? Like they're so like cliffhangery in
Uh
the
huh.
writing. Is that a word? Cliffhangery? Like it seems like every chapter
Mm-hmm.
it's like a manga kind of in like manga I understand. I don't know if light novels are the same, but I know mangas are like released in chapters
Mm-hmm.
like weekly and magazines and things like this, right?
Yeah.
So having these cliffhangers week to week makes sense,
Yeah.
like because that's how people enjoy
Mm-hmm.
these like weekly release things. But from my understanding, light novels are released like as a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like it seems like every chapter is like written to like leave like a cliffhanger, but then you turn the page and like it continues,
Yeah. Huh.
so it's like kind of weird. And I remember it was like a weird experience reading the Data Live book,
Mm-hmm.
and I already had played Rio Reincarnation. I kind of did them back to back. I played
Uh huh.
Rio and I did all the routes and everything just to like get as much information out of it as possible,
Yeah.
and then read the first volume of the light novel. And it really showed me how accurate the characters are
Yeah.
from the light novel. Like Toka is identical in the game and in the
Mm-hmm.
light novel, so they're really captured in the game, the characters. So
Yeah.
it was just funny to see the transition from the game to the light novel, kind of like
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Um,
just interesting for sure.
anyone here still reading Hajime no Ippo? I don't know that title personally.
It's a boxing one, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a boxing manga,
That sounds cool.
if I recall.
I watched
I've never read it.
I watched a few episodes of Blue Lock. I think is that what it is? The soccer one,
Oh,
and that was kind of interesting.
I've never read that or seen that either.
Yeah, it was like okay, so it is boxing. Yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of great stuff about it.
Uh, Did you mention that the
Yoda
Waterdeep
Gary.
plushies are being shipped finally? Oh yeah, they are being shipped. So
You're right.
if you bought a Waterdeep plushie from Makeship, thank you. And yeah, it sounds like tracking information is going out. So look out for that.
I'm
And
excited to get mine.
yeah, um,
They look like they came out great.
yeah. Hope we can do some more Makeship stuff in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Good friends over at Makeship.
Yeah. Shoutouts to them. Um,
Make it a great day,
make it a great day. As they say,
as they say. And
make it a great day.
I'm so stoked for sure. I hope there will be a Compa plush soon to join him. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. Compa's such a cool character. I like the way they designed her.
Mm-hmm. Who, if you all
I
could
like the
have a plushie,
pastel
who would you
colors.
want? Who's your number one pick for a plushie? Yoda Garg wants Compa. Yeah, I think Dead Burger
Questions are
King. I
coming.
think they're shipping soon. We received our tracking, so probably soon if you haven't gotten it yet. Um, I finished the fourth season of Fargo last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which
Nice.
was
How'd you like it?
it's not the current season, it's the one prior.
Who's
With
the?
Chris Rock.
Oh, okay, good, good. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that one. That
I
one was
liked it,
cool.
and like, I like how it tied into
Yeah,
the larger Fargo universe. I guess I'll say, without getting too into
yeah, that was a little bit
spoilers.
surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good surprise.
yeah. Like, my friend and I, we had kind of predicted that twist for a while. We were
Hmm.
just kind of waiting, and then the show and then it ends because I don't know if you recall the last episode, but it ends, and then it does like a little stinger at the end, just
Oh,
kind of
yes, yes,
confirming
yes, yes, yes.
confirming the reveal. And at
Yeah,
first we thought it was over. We didn't think we were getting that little stinger, and we were like, "Oh, that's interesting. They're not going to outright tell us that thing is a thing." And then they did.
yeah,
And they're
yeah.
just like, "Oh, here you go." But yeah, I really
What's the next
enjoyed it.
season?
Next season has John Hamm, I think.
Okay, so that one I have not seen.
I haven't. Yeah, so I'll probably watch that soon. I haven't heard one way or the other how it is,
And
but
there's a new one after that?
I don't know if there's anything confirmed
Or is that
yet.
the latest one?
That's the latest one, the John Hamm
Oh,
one.
okay, okay. So I'm caught up then. I just haven't seen the latest one. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Um,
Yeah, we should do that. That's cool.
yeah. Who else? Who else is in that? Yeah, John Hamm, Juno Temple, uh, the Stranger Things guy.
John Hamm, I seen him recently. He played like Elon Musk pretty much
What?
in the morning show. Have you watched the morning show? It's on Apple
No.
TV.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's kind of it's all right. I think I'm just invested in it because I watched it from the beginning, but it's nothing too crazy, but it's like the downfall of news media for morning shows
Mm.
in like real time. So it's like a dramatized show, and it took place at the start of the Me Too movement.
Uh-huh.
But you watch the news pretty much happen through that movement, through Black Lives Matter, through
Mm.
COVID, through, and it's like kind of like the morning news how they handle
Mm.
speaking this about this news, but the behind the scenes also, and like
Okay.
how like internet news is taking over, obviously,
Yeah.
uh, but John Hamm pretty much plays Elon Musk
Huh.
in that show,
Okay.
which is kind of funny because like he owns a company that's pretty much SpaceX, and
Mm.
is gonna fly on a rocket
Mm-hmm.
to, you know what I mean? It's pretty much he's playing Elon Musk, but I forget his name.
Yeah. Huh. Sounds
That's the
interesting.
last time I seen him
Yeah.
in something though. He's great though.
Yeah, I haven't
John
seen.
Hamm is not necessarily Elon Musk. That's not what. John Hamm's great.
Just for clarification. Yeah, I haven't seen him, John Hammond, much because I never watched. What was the big show he was in?
Is it Mad Men?
Mad Men. Yeah,
Is it Mad Men?
I never watched Mad Men. I feel like I would enjoy that show though. I don't know. I I so I've been also watching Fear the Walking Dead.
Hmm.
Um, so like I'm a long time Walking Dead fan. You know, I read all the comics. Been a fan for like over a decade or whatever, and then followed the show, all the spin-offs. But Fear the Walking Dead is hmm, it's in the last season, and I'm watching it with my friend and his family, and we're all just kind of we're this far in. We can't not see how it
Yeah.
ends, but we it's a miserable experience.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, morning show's not that bad. Like
Yeah,
it's not miserable, but I'm like, this is so corny. Why am I watching this? But I'm like, I'm just so invested. Like, let's just finish
yeah,
this thing off already.
yeah.
But it's not miserable. That
I don't
sounds,
want
it's
to.
that bad. Huh?
I mean, I don't want to. A lot of people put in hard work to put
Of
a TV
course, of
show out,
course.
so I don't want to like be
No,
too
I get you.
mean. You
But
know,
you're not enjoying it as much as you
but
were hoping you would.
it's season 8. I'll say we really enjoyed season 3, and since then it's been a show we have continued to watch.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
just some that are like that. You gotta see it all the way through. Come
yeah,
on.
I mean it's like yeah, we're watching all the other spin-offs. So, and the latest spin-off just came out. The one we really want to watch just came out. So, but we're like, okay, we can't really watch this until we get caught up on everything else.
Yeah.
So we have to get through like a lot of other stuff.
See, the problem with all these zombie shows now is they're all gonna have to live up to The Last of Us,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be tough. I think
yeah.
after that show, I kind of like, at least for me and for a lot of the people that I know who've watched the show
Mm-hmm.
and who've like actively watched like that kind of like genre of like post-apocalyptic kind of zombie stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think it gets much better than that, really. So it's kind of tough
yeah,
to live up to that now.
yeah. I don't know that Fear the Walking Dead is
Last of Us
well.
level. It's like special effects is one thing, but then like character development and writing and stuff. It's like, oh man,
Yeah,
that's a tough
it's
that's tough to follow up. They're
yeah.
gonna have a tough second season for sure themselves. Like they're gonna have to follow
Oh
up
yeah.
um,
I mean,
really strong.
I've heard they might split the second game into 2 seasons.
Oof.
Um,
I guess that's a good call. Like, I think the
yeah,
longer time, take your time with it. That's what I say.
yeah. I don't
Take your
know.
time with it.
I don't know. I don't know how people who aren't familiar with the game are gonna react to some of the stuff that goes down. We'll see.
The show is great for me because I recently tried to replay the game and it's like
Yeah.
so anxiety inducing for me that
Yeah.
that's a tough one. I'm just no good at stealth games. They give me so much anxiety.
Yeah, so that game I bumped up the accessibility options all the way. I played on the
Nice.
easiest difficulty and I basically was invincible. And I kind of just ran through it because
I
I
know
kind
there's
of
an option to just watch it too. You can pretty much literally just watch it.
I basically did that just with some interactivity. I wanted to
That's so funny.
control the characters at least, but yeah, I kind of played that on easy mode. And I enjoyed playing it that way. I kind of enjoy playing most games that way now, if I'm being honest. Because, like,
Yeah, just kind of.
I'm not that good at video games in general. Um,
I'm sure at some point you probably were really good, but
eh,
it's that's how I'm like when I was a kid. Like
yeah.
I've played some games now that I know as a child that I'm like, oh, this is so easy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how the hell did I do this before? This is ridiculous.
I
Some of
don't
those older games.
I was never good at video games, I think. Cuz I would
Really?
I would rent games that I owned already in hopes that there would be a save farther than where I was. Like an
That's
RPG or something.
that's wild, man. That's a great idea though. When you're like stuck somewhere and you're like,
Yeah.
man, I want to get past this so badly
Yeah.
that I just rather would see somebody, hopefully
Yeah.
somebody else did it.
Like old like
You know,
N64 era, like Super Nintendo, where it would just be
of
like on the
course.
cartridge. So you would just get the cartridge. You don't know what
Yeah.
you're getting. You know, sometimes there would just be a save file on there.
Yeah, totally. I remember booting up my friend Zelda or whatever and having
Yeah.
all the hearts filled in. Like, wait a minute, you found that one? How'd you find that one?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah. But for
That's
me,
stuff that I feel like this
yeah.
generation misses out on a little bit.
Because I would just like want to explore. I would just want complete freedom in the game world to just run around and have everything at my disposal.
Right, right.
Um, like I would want to see the
That was
story,
like
sure, but like running around was pretty fun too. I don't know.
yeah, that's like the original like post game
Hmm.
content, right? Like where
Yeah.
you just kind of had free reign
Yeah.
with everything. Yeah, that's very cool. That's so funny though. That's like I remember, speaking of having anxiety from
Hmm.
stealth games,
Yeah.
one of the very first games as a child I remember like beating without like necessarily get like it was just me and my younger brother. He's a year younger than me, so we,
Hmm.
we were children, but
Yeah.
we beat the first Metal Gear Solid without like any like adult
Oh.
supervision or
Yeah.
like people helping us,
Yeah.
like guiding us through it. So that was kind of like one of the first games that on our own we like were able to figure it out
Yeah.
and beat together or whatever.
Hmm.
And that's a stealth game too. And I remember trying to play it again now older. I'm like, how
Hmm.
did I even do this? This game is so like the stealth part, like I'm getting caught left and right and
Hmm.
stuff. And but I remember the first time we played that game,
Yeah.
before we even beat it, we didn't even have a memory card
Uh huh.
and had no understanding of the concept of switching CDs.
Hmm.
And Metal Gear Solid, it was a two disc game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So since we had no memory card, we couldn't turn the game off
Uh
if we
huh.
wanted to beat the game.
Hmm.
So I think we rented it at first, and we played, and I think we got to a certain point, and we just turned it off and realized how insane it was to try to do that.
Yeah.
So we started leaving the game on, and finally got to the point where we got to the second disc.
Yeah.
Like we see like the screen pop up, and then like says Metal Gear Solid, enter disc two,
Hmm.
and we're like, whoa,
Yeah.
we did it. And never switched the disc in a game, and for so our instinct was just to turn the game off
Hmm.
and then open the thing and
Hmm.
then put the other disc in and then turn it back on
Yeah.
without realizing that we just completely erased the entire progress of the game after making it to the second
Oh
disc.
no.
So they're like, all right, there it goes. That and then I think we didn't play it probably for maybe like a day or something, and then
Hmm.
we did it like all the way through. But
Yeah.
just those experiences are so kind of silly to look back at,
Hmm.
and save data and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, it's a funny story now.
Hmm.
You know, so it's not that crazy.
Um.
Being a stealth kid with no supervision is that's kind of it was just like a more like a like not having somebody tell us what to do in the game really, like
Hmm.
figuring out on our own kind of thing. Not necessarily that we weren't being supervised. I think as children we were more used to like having people who knew how to play the game tell us what to do in it or something.
Yeah, I would always enjoy like watching my friends. Like my friends would come over, they would play my video games, and I would just enjoy watching because they're always better than me, and they would like be able to like access stuff in the game that I could never access. Like I remember one of my friends once he got to the last boss in Majora's Mask,
Mm.
and he had to leave, so he was like, I can't finish it. You have to beat it. And I was like, I can't do this. And then
Too much pressure.
yeah, I was like, there's no way I can beat this boss. There's no way. But I did beat it. Like the thing is, he got the boss down. I think. I don't know if the boss was low, like only needed a couple more hits or what. But I somehow
Mhm.
remember beating it. Like just a minute or two after he left. Like my friend was still
Oh
walking down the street, and I
man,
remember like running, because we like had the N64 set up in my garage, and we just had like the garage up, and we would hang out in there because we had a TV and stuff. And I just remember running out and like yelling down the street like I beat it, and he was just like, okay. I was so excited.
that's so funny, man. That's for sure the same feeling we had when we beat
Yeah.
that game. You know, it's just like, oh man, and like Majora's Mask and like they're like so cinematic. Those two
Mhm.
games are like
Yeah.
so like the experience of seeing like the end of those games is something else. You
Yeah.
know, it's not the like Metal Gear has the whole end credits thing and
Mhm.
you know the codec sequence at the end, and so it's all freaking out. I think I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8 years old max, and the
Yeah.
game's all political, and then it's like Mr. President, and we're like, what? Just like that was cool, I guess. I guess Mr. President or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever political undertones this game has right now or whatever.
uh,
Oh man, it's just cheating. Oh, you're calling out on this memory storage concept.
Did you have a Game Shark back in the day?
I never did.
Yeah.
I'm sure I used cheats, but I don't think
Yeah.
I ever had a Game Shark.
I had one for N64. Um, I don't know what I did with it. I probably just like made myself invincible in games, gave myself infinite lives. I let
Yeah.
friends borrow it, and they would put fake cheats on it, and then give it back. And there'd be like I would load up like Ocarina of Time, and there would be a cheat in there for Ride on Yoshi. And I was like, what is this? And it wasn't real. It didn't do anything. They just added a fake cheat.
Oh man, that's great. I didn't even know you can do that. You're all thinking you can ride on Yoshi on
Yeah.
Zelda.
I miss
That's
old
funny, man.
cheat codes. Cheat codes were fun in
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah. I memorized a couple of them just
Hmm.
from using them so much.
Yeah.
And some old dorky ones. I know like a Spyro the Dragon one and a
Uh,
Tenchu one. But you know, cheats I remember that were like super memorable. I remember when the original Pokemon was out and
uh,
taking it over to a friend of the family's
mm,
house, and the child of the family didn't even have a Game Boy, but was
uh,
so into the culture of it that he's like, dude, I know this thing in this game. I gotta show you. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he showed me how to duplicate and do the whole missing no
oh yeah.
glitch in like 30 minutes. He's like,
Mm,
dude, you got to do this. And it sounded so insane when he was
yeah.
explaining it to me. You got to fly over here and then do the intro battle and then let the pokeball fly and then fly again and
Uh,
then swim on the side of the thing, and I promise you'll get like unlimited do you have rare candies? You'll get unlimited rare candies. I'm like, what are you talking about? This sounds insane. It sounds like
mm,
you're like lying to me. And then I
yeah.
watched him do it and I'm like, this is absurd.
Mm,
I just spent the whole night like cheating and maxing out all my Pokemon with like unlimited rare candies or whatever, you know.
yeah.
It was insane as, seeing the whole thing happen.
I miss those like old Pokemon like Gen 1 rumors and like urban legends on the schoolyard,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like I remember someone telling me about Pika Blue, um, and how you could get Pika Blue. And I think I want to say they eventually showed me a picture, and it ended up being Meryl. Is that the Pokemon? The like blue.
Oh man, you're
Yeah,
right.
it might have been before Gen 2 was out in the United States. I'm
Right.
guessing.
I remember that.
Um, I ended
That
up
is
getting
Peekaboo. Meryl is
yeah,
Peekaboo.
yeah. Um, but at the time I was like, this is not real. This is
Yeah, yeah.
you're just making a thing up. Um, I ended up getting Pokemon Gold and Silver early, because I got the Japanese version, which was
Oh,
like out.
really?
If I remember, it was out prior to the English version.
Yeah,
There wasn't
totally.
simultaneous release back then, and it was all in Japanese, so I had no idea what I was doing. So like, I got really stuck at one part, and then my mom offered to like try to translate the text. She didn't speak Japanese, but she offered to like get a book
I
and
was
try
like,
to
what? Your mom knows Japanese?
no, but she like got a book and tried to translate it. And I did end up getting past that point.
That's
Um,
oh whoa.
but then
That's
somehow
awesome, man.
there was like a guidebook that was in English that we found at a game store. It was in English for the Japanese version, which was kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah, those that's real. I
Yeah,
remember seeing for like all the imported Saturn and Dreamcast games, there was
yeah,
a ton of those.
yeah, yeah. That was
That's so cool though, man.
yeah. I was so happy that
That's
my
a
mom could do that though.
and she got you the early imported version too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. Oh man,
Yeah.
time flew, man. That
I
was a
know it's
great.
already 10 o'clock.
That was fun. That was so fun.
All right, everyone. I think we're gonna call it here. So next week, what is next week?
Oh yeah.
What?
Next week will be the first week of
Mm-hmm.
March.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be playing we're gonna take it back a little bit old school and we're gonna play the first Neptunia Rebirth.
Oh yeah. See, see where it all began.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let
So
me
I think it'll be nice to go back. We've been playing a lot of Neptunia sister versus sister,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it'll be fun to go back and play a little bit of Rebirth 1.
Yeah.
Any comment on the Net Rebirth trilogy coming to Switch? Nothing new out of us.
Yeah.
So
That would be cool. But,
Gamatsu says that's happening. Oh man, Gamatsu, man, they know more than us. Seems like.
but yeah, we'll be back next week at 4 p.m. Pacific
Yeah,
Are we in Pacific
and we'll.
Standard Time or Pacific PDT? PST?
I think we're still standard time, right? I think it's still ST.
Yeah.
ST.
All
Yeah,
right.
and next week also we'll be doing the vote for the
Oh
community
yeah.
stream. So if y'all come through next Wednesday, we'll be
Mm-hmm.
taking votes for our following Wednesday's community stream.
Yeah.
Last month we played Dark Rose Valkyrie, so if y'all want to see more Dark Rose Valkyrie or something else, then come vote
Yeah.
and we'll see what we can play.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Alrighty. Thanks everyone.
See y'all.
Bye.
Peace.